This is the tier list, guys. It's oriented all about, right, how much bang for your buck you're going to get out of this, the efficiency, the quality of life relative to the cost, and also how much of a return on investment you can get from these things. Because bear in mind, gold and gems are the same thing. So when you put gems in, you can expect to get gems out and value out of some of these items, which is why they're rated this way, which is maybe why you might see a few items rated lower or higher than you might expect. So bear that in mind before you watch, my friends, okay? Bear that in mind before you watch, because it is a special tier list aimed at the things that you might want to be picking up as a newer player, a player kind of looking to get into gold farming, looking to get into the end game of Guild Wars 2 as efficiently, as painlessly as possible, and just removing all of the things that are kinda annoying about the game as quickly as possible. That's what this tier list does. It gets rid of the annoying stuff, enables you to play the game and have some fun, get access to those rewards, get access to the common gameplay loops that the end game players are typically engaged in, and have fun while doing it. We're going to start off with the really, really obvious ones, guys. Black Lion keys, right? I'm actually not going to say do not buy this because they are fun. But look, if you're talking about value, talking about efficiency, do not buy these things. The only reason you should buy Black Lion keys is if you like gambling and gambling is fun to you. If you care about value, you shouldn't do this. They're never going to give you a good return unless you get ridiculously lucky and high roll insanely hard, right? Gambling is enjoyable. Buy those if you like gambling. But in general, don't do it, okay? They're a waste of money. They're loot boxes. Very, very bad. And funny enough, these are actually quite fair. Compared to other titles, other video games, Black Lion keys are actually surprisingly fair, but they're still not good. Don't buy them. Boom. They're gone. Look, there it is. Like, straight up there, okay? Now, let's get rid of the traps, right? I'm going to get rid of the traps right now. Then we're going to get onto the juice. We're going to get to the juice stuff in a little bit. Let's get rid of the really bad stuff. Don't buy Black Lion salvage kits. You get them from dailies randomly anyway, and they're ludicrously expensive. Like, it's not good. Don't buy them. Like, you'll get enough of these just by passively playing the game. The good thing about these is that they do let you actually get upgrades out. You can get sigils out of your gear if you want to change your gear, for example, or, you know, change to a different weapon or something like that. That's quite nice. But if you buy this on the gem store, you're just better off buying a new copy of the sigil. They're like 300 gems, very expensive. Don't buy that. Not good at all. Get away from that. Do not buy any of the single-use items. Okay, why are they even in the gem store? Seriously. Stay away from these things. No, 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 no. Run in fear. You do not want to buy these. They're not that expensive, like 35 gems each, but that is still absurd to access your bank once. Additionally, you also get these passively from daily login rewards too, so you'll actually have a decent supply of these actually, just simply by playing the game, and that's actually worth noting that too. If you just keep logging to the game, even if you just log in and do nothing else, you'll get a box of Black Lion goods fairly frequently, and this will just get you these things passively. Do not buy them on the gem store. You'd be insane to do so. I have no idea what they're even doing there. Run away in fear. Don't do it. And that includes Revive Orb. Revive Orb is nice, okay? It's kind of a nice little convenience thing. Very cool stuff. But just, no, okay? We're not doing that, okay? We're not going there. I'd actually... Ooh, hair kit. I was about to slam the hair kit for the same reason, because you can just very easily make another character, but you don't necessarily want to do that, right? Because you don't want to reset your map completion. You don't want to reset your character name, right? So, okay. Hair kit. I'm actually going to put this in C tier, okay? They're not good. Same with the makeover kit, guys. 1, get your character right the first time you make it. 2, right? Even if you don't, just remake your character, okay? Stop messing around. Remake your character. Go around again. It's all going on. This is in here twice. I like that. Slightly different, actually, because I think this has got the name change on it as well. So you get like a big bundle there as well. Get it out of there. Right, okay, fine. Fine. Okay, I'll put it in buy it if you like it, because it is fashion. But I'm just saying, you should avoid buying these. They're quite expensive. They're low value. It's not good, right? Fine. Just because of you guys there as well. Another thing here, this might be a little bit of a surprise because I know that I always talk about boosters a lot. I'm actually going to put all of the boosters Actually, they go in D tier. They're rendered completely obsolete by the fact that the Candy Corn Gobbler exists. And now I think we'll actually talk about our first actual good item. All this here is going in D tier. They're not good. They're actually quite nice if you get them for free in, say, a bundle. But if you actually buy these, you should never do this. Why should you never buy these? Well, let me tell you why you shouldn't buy them. Because, oh yes, that's right, S tier Candy Corn Gobbler. This is basically the best... one of the best gem store items in the game. It costs like 300 gems in that sort of region, and it essentially gives you access to infinite boosters forever. What this item does is it takes 3 candy corn, which is in massive supply. You can buy it very cheaply from the trading post, and it spews out boosters. Specifically, it can give you Magic Find XP, Karma, and even some combat boosts, funny enough. It can give you like regeneration and protection booster for PvE, which is actually, hey, better than nothing, right? And by the way, you are actually allowed to use an auto clicker to eat this, because it does take a while to eat all the candy corn, but you can actually use this. You can use an auto clicker to get that going there. Very nice. It essentially means you can have permanent boost the entire time. I'll just log on to one of my characters to demonstrate what I mean by that. This is particularly good for PvP and World versus World, where it also modifies reward track gain, so you can over double your reward track progression. You want that gifted battle? Get those boosters, guys. Get those boosters in the mix right away. And here you go. I actually have 23 hours of XP boost here. The boosts are in different quantities, right? It tends to give you the XP boost the most, then Magic Find boost, then Karma boost after that. So, you know, to get them all really up high, you have to use a lot of candy corn. But in general, very, very cheap item to use. Very, very powerful, particularly if you want to level your masteries in PvE and farm rewards as quick as possible and rank up in World versus World. This affects stuff like World XP, so you can get more ranks, get closer to your pips quicker, all that kind of stuff. Candy Corn Gobbler, one of the best possible items that you can actually buy. It's amazing. In that same vein, we immediately put the Snowflake Gobbler here as well. Snowflake Gobbler, very similar thing, has a unique buff called Festival Boost that, again, we can see it right here. It's going to give us a 25% extra XP, 25% reward track gain, and of course, very, very cheap. It just eats snowflakes, which are in mass quantity, mass supply, from Winter's Day and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about the price, and you just can have that permanently. In other words, when you buy this item, it costs you, again, I believe 400 gems for the package. It will give you a essentially permanent, right, 25% reward track gain bonus and more experience too, which again can help your progression in PvE. It's amazing. These, of course, stack there because it's a different buff entirely. You'll notice that I'm not putting the Zhaitaffy Gobbler here. There is another one of these for Dragon Bash. The Snowflake Gobbler is simply cheaper to use. Therefore, that's the one I include here. But if you want to get the Zhaitaffy one, you get the Zhaitaffy one if you want to, right? That's a possibility. You know, you could do that if you want to. It's even cheaper. It's 300 gems. Even better, guys. Like, just get in there right now and go. Now, I feel like I actually want to slam down some S tiers. I want to actually bring some S tier purchases here right now. And this actually might surprise people a little bit here. In particular, we're going to be putting Season 4, okay, and Icebrewed Saga into S tier. Why? Well, the reason for this is because it gives you access to content. Specifically, it gives you access to farmable content, right? Strike missions are included with the Icebrewed Saga. And in order to actually get value out of those strike missions, you actually require to level up the masteries to get maximum loot from the strikes. This is an incredibly good gold per hour daily farm routine. You also get access to Drizzlewood Coast, one of the best farming maps in the entire game, with the Icebrewed Saga there as well, with no quarter, that episode there too. Living World Season 4, again, classic maps here for farming. You have Istan, you have Sandswept Isles there with the like secret laboratory Azure thing that's got loads of champ bags on it. Istan for Palauodon, very good gold per hour by farming that map. Very key in a lot of these meta trains. Jahai there with the high roll of the Death Branded Shadow there too. Very, very important to buy this. And incidentally, one of the reasons why these things are so high tier, one, it's content, so it's gameplay, and gameplay for money is always a good deal in my opinion. But more importantly than that, actually, it's just insanely cheap. Like, each episode will cost you 200 gems. There are 6 episodes in a season. So bear in mind, guys, a mount skin in the gem store will cost you 2,000 gems. You can get an entire season, which will actually be a lot of hours of gameplay and even replayable gameplay with these ones too. It unlocks loads of rewards, including legendary items that you can farm up there as well. I mean, I know it's a no-brainer, guys. This is a big no-brainer. Like you can increase your gold per hour in the game. These are going to pay off very quickly. You know, you'll get your money back essentially, especially if you buy it with gold. You'll get a return on your investment when you buy these particular areas of content there as well. And it's fun to play. You get the content and you go big. In the same vein, I would actually add Season 3 in there as well. Season 3 is not as good in terms of farming. Okay, so if we put that one up there too. So Season 3 is, the maps there don't tend to get farmed as much, but you can use them for useful things. In particular, they're amazing for getting ascended items, is what they're very, very famous for. Stuff like the Bitterfrost Frontier for farming winter berries to get ascended trinkets, bloodstone crystals, bloodstone shards there as well, of course, on the first map there. In general, very, very handy. The other thing to note about Season 4 and Season 3 is they actually have legendary trinkets attached to them too, which are a key part of unlocking your legendary armory for massive, massive farming there as well. Massive, massive value and quality of life. So that's also big value too. Boom, get in there. Season 2, not as much value. That goes in A tier. It's fun to play through. The content is pretty solid. It's worthwhile to experience the story for sure, but you don't really get any key replayable content here, but it is still cheap and it is still fun to play through, and obviously kind of experiencing the game itself is always going to be good. Season 2, it maybe gets demoted to B tier because it is a little bit dated, okay? Okay, I'm gonna demote this down to B tier because you actually get the maps for free in the core game now, and I'm not gonna lie, Season 2 hasn't aged super well. So it's gonna have to go in B tier where it belongs, guys. Okay, it's getting down, it's going down a bit, but it's content. It's fun to play through. So I give it some value there. I do. Right, time to actually slam a few items here. It's time to roast these things. All of these things, like the homins and stuff, guys, it all goes in D tier. All of it is D tier. These are what I consider to be some of the biggest trap items in the game. Because you go, whoa, I can harvest this every single day. That's insane. Oh my God. Well, I've got some bad news for you, right? One, if you actually look at the numbers, these things take literally years to actually pay off because you get a pathetic amount of gold per day on these, right? It's not good, right? Don't do this. And one, you can also just leech it off someone else, okay? Number two, you can leech from someone else's home instance. But in general, yeah, you can get a good amount of gold from the home instance stuff every day, but it will still take a very, very long time to pay off there as well. They are not good value. If you really like harvesting and you like the idea of kind of building out your home instance, then yeah, you should buy them. But in general, no. No. It's not good value. You're better off just doing this, which, by the way, is actually going to be going in A tier, buying gold. Actually, dude, I actually think that buying gold actually goes into S tier. So here's the thing with this, okay? Whenever you see something in the gem store that says, this is basically gold, right? So, oh, you get a little bit of gold every day from this. It's almost always better just to flat out buy gold, because gold in Guild Wars 2 is extremely powerful. It's one of the most powerful resources in the game. It essentially is the grand enabler. So let's say that we are a player and we're looking to get our foot in the door on farming. Well, one of the best things that you can do is actually be able to farm endgame content. And for that, you're probably going to want a half decent gear set. Now, you could obviously farm it in game. Perfectly acceptable. Just do some meta trains. Nothing wrong with that. Bit of open world farming. Get through the content. Get your ascended gear. And then get into fractals. But you could also just say, you know what? I'm just going to spend a little bit of cash, get my first ascended set, and then bam, get in there immediately. And this is why I actually consider, if you do want to spend money on the game, buying gold, actually a very legitimate option for doing that, simply because it allows you to do stuff. It allows you to start playing the game immediately. You can shortcut some of the grinds, and then also start your efficient farming. Like, doing fractals every single day for generating gold by playing the game is absolutely incredible. It is so damn good. Like, you really want to be doing this because you can get, like, you know, upwards of 30, 40 gold every single day in around an hour by playing fractals. And getting to that point sooner by splashing a bit of cash is actually definitely worth doing. If you don't want to, obviously that's fine. You know, it's not necessary. Like, the grinding in Guild Wars 2 is not that crazy to kind of get to that end game content. But I do actually consider buying gold to be a pretty sensible use of your money if you want to spend it on a hobby like role playing, a sub fee or whatever. Pretty damn good. Yes, let's see what else. I think we've got to discard a few things. Tradesman's package, it's just like all this useless stuff. It's not good. This actually pains me to say it, but Metabolic Primer, you shouldn't be buying this. Don't buy these in the gem store, guys. These are actually really good. They give you basically 12 hours of a food buff, but it's not worth how much gems. Like, you're better off just buying more food, right? Like, it's a quality of life thing, but it's kind of like a quality of life thing. Like, food is not mandatory in most areas of the game, and when you're raiding, you're gonna have like shared food anyway. Like, someone will put down a food platter. People will do this in open world, right? And, you know, before meta events, right? They'll put down food. You're not gonna get value out of this. The only time this is good is if you're going for like a massive like 12-hour session, you don't want to bother about food, or if you're going for like a world's first race, you don't want to forget about food or something like that. And you also get them, you'll kind of get these passively too as well from a few things. It's not good. Don't buy them. While we're here in the middle, let's do all the fashion items here as well. Mail carrier, buy them if you like them. Okay, outfits, buy them if you like them. That's pretty cool stuff. You know, I don't know. Do you like that? Then you can do that if you want to, right? Not too bad. All like the fun items here as well, like the fun items, like the Extra thing. It's kind of a fun item. You can buy that if you want to. Not too bad whatsoever. Finishers, again, if you want a finisher, buy a finisher. Easy. Do it if you like it. Gliders, again, do it if you like it. They're all pretty cool. Not too bad there whatsoever. Ooh, now you are starting to get to a few really difficult things here. So now let's get, you know what? Let's get some of the really good items out of the way here, guys. Let's get some of this stuff out of here, guys. Put the axe higher, okay? The axe is pretty good because it lets you move around, but oh no, you have mounts. Guys, we have mounts in the game. Like, mounts exist. I'm sorry. Like, no one's doing this. No one's clicking on this item, okay? You got mounts. I've got Griffin. I've got Raptor. Right? No. Low tier. Well, not low tier, but it's in like the for fun tier. The for fun tier is there. Okay? And there it is. Enjoy that. Right. Oh, hang on. This one escaped my gaze. I'm now going to purge it. Don't buy this. It's a 2-week golem bank pass. It's temporary. Why would you ever do that? Horrible value. Never do it. Go to a bank. It's very easy to get to banks very easily. Actually, in the same vein, don't buy temporary stuff in general. It's not good. Don't buy the temporary pass. Buy the permanent pass. Now, oof. Permanent pass. S tier or A tier? You know what? I'm going to rebel here. I feel like a lot of people want A tier. I'm going to say S tier. I am a lazy gamer. I am a lazy gamer, chat. And that means that I don't like moving around with different vendors, messing around with crafting, doing any of this stuff. And that is why having everything all in one place, it's God tier. I mean, come on, look at this. Click one button and then boom. I teleport to my beautiful Mistlock Sanctuary. The music is good. The atmosphere is good. The loading screen is nice. And look at that. Everything's close together here. All my crafting is there. We've got the vendors from Fractals, which is great if you do Fractals every day. You've got the portal to Fractals there as well. You got all the vendors there. You've got the bank right next to the TP and the guild bank there as well. And a merchant there. I mean, come on. Guys, even got a cool mini game where you can bounce the ball around. This is, come on. Let's not be silly, guys. And then you can just double click to go back where you were as well afterwards. It's S tier, also quite cheap, 1,000 gems. Definitely buy that one that's on the store. In general, I would say this for all VIP areas, just to be clear. All VIP areas are more or less about the same. It's going to come down to personal preference, which one you prefer. But grab yourself one of those. They are very, very good. It will definitely increase your quality of life. One hell of a lot there as well. Get in there right now. Other things that you shouldn't buy, Mystic Forge Stones. You actually get these by getting achievement points rewards. You'll typically never run out of those. Don't buy that on the gem store. It's very expensive for an incredibly low value. They can also like increase your RNG in the Mystic Forge. But again, like it increases it from like nothing to nothing plus one. Not worth it. Don't buy Transmutation charges. It's not good, right? Like it's not good, guys. Okay, they're very, very low value. Okay, you get these from passively playing the game, like logging in, playing PvP, playing World versus World. Let me show you. Let's go ahead and look at the wardrobe. How many of these do I have? Yep, that's right. I have 5,000. Now, I played a lot of hours, but you don't need 5,000. Okay, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. You'll accumulate these quite easily. Okay, simply by logging in. You get these again here, like from your daily login rewards as well. Here you go. Look at that. 3 transmutation charges. They're in there. Enjoy them, okay? Don't mess around, okay? Get your fashion wars on there as well, and you'll get them just from playing this. You'll be fine. It is a little bit annoying if you only play PvE, so stop doing that and get in there and do those world versus world and PvP dailies, and you'll be golden there, no problem. So if you like really, really hate PvP and world versus world, you won't go there ever, and you love changing your fashion all the time, then maybe, right? But in general, no, not good value. Bad value. Discard them. Same thing here actually is the die kits, right? Like any kind of die kit is, these give you like a random die. Sometimes you do get a die selector where you can pick a selection of a die. However, I would not recommend buying these, particularly with real money. You're much better off simply grinding the gold and then buying the die directly. A lot of the dies that you're going to want, they can be very expensive. Like stuff like, I think Permafrost, right, is like really expensive, like 100 gold. But just grind this out. Don't gamble for it, guys. Gambling is not good, right? Do not do this in any way. It's going to be a bad time. Stay away from it. Run away from those things. Run away in fear. It's not good, right? Boom. Slammed. Okay. Another thing that you shouldn't buy is the level 80 boost. You get these for free anyway when you buy the expansion. So if you really want one of these, buy the expansion. This costs you 2,000 gems for this item, guys. And look, do you guys want to see what it is to level in Guild Wars 2? The first one might take you a little bit of a while, but you're going to notice that when you play the game, an item known as Tome of Knowledge is going to start piling up. And Tome of Knowledge basically lets you level up a character by clicking on this item. So in other words, yeah, you heard it here first, guys. You heard it here right. If you just use 80 of these, boom, you're level 80, right? And you're going to have loads of them, right? You get loads of them by playing the game just generally. You get them for logging into the game here with Tomes of Knowledge, so they'll pile up over time naturally. You get them for PvP, you get them for world versus world, right? It really is trivial to level in this game, particularly after your first character. Don't buy the boost, it's very expensive, 2,000 gems. If it was less, I'd be tempted to put it in D tier or C tier instead, but it's not. Okay, so there you go, get it out of here, right? Boom! That's how it is. Dispose of those things, guys. Get rid of them. Okay, don't buy the level 80 boost here as well. Okay. Other useful items. I think this is name change contract, actually. So I'm actually going to kind of link name change contract and character slot here. Character slot actually goes in S tier. This is really good for a number of reasons. One, you actually get a lot of free stuff. This is made particularly good because of build templates, bag slots, and all this kind of stuff. Character slots are absolute S tier, right? Because one, okay, you get more inventory space, right? So you basically get by default another 4 bag slots added to that there as well. You get equipment templates bundled there as well. And of course, you can use that character for different game modes. So it's really convenient to have like one guy with your world versus world setup, one guy with your PvP, one guy with your PvE setup there as well. You can use them to store items like as an extended bank storage there as well. Character slot, very, very good. And of course, you basically get a free name change with this too, because you get to pick a new name for your character. So in general, I know it sounds really weird, but when you think, man, I wish I had this character name, just make another character instead. Like, you might have to invest a little bit of time into it in terms of getting the map completion done. But if your account is already a little bit specced out, you have mounts, getting all the key waypoints unlocked are incredibly fast. It's incredibly easy to do. So don't worry about that. Character slot is amazing. Name change contract. Buy it if you really need to, but no, not good, right? Not good at all. Ooh, let's see. So now we're getting to the meat here, guys. We're getting to the good stuff here. Copper-fed Salvage-o-Matic. Do not buy this now. I'm fucking with you. It's S tier. One of the most powerful pieces of quality of life in the game. Like, you get loads of junk items in Guild Wars 2. You get loads of garbage. And handling that and processing those materials is a really, really important part of, one, managing your inventory, but also kind of managing your economy as well. And having to constantly buy salvage kits is annoying, and it's not fun. It's not good at all. And the same is actually true The same is actually true for the other ones. I'm tempted to actually put these at a slightly lower. I think runecrafting goes at A. This is a niche use. It actually is best in slot for salvaging certain items to getting the best value out of it, but certainly a bit more niche, I would say, than this, because a lot of the time, the two ones that you're going to use, are going to be the copper fed and silver fed there as well, right? There as well. Fine. You know what? I will put them all in S tier because they are actually all really, really good items, right? They're very, very strong. This one, again, I will add a caveat here for the Runecrafters salvage kit. These are slightly situational. The same is kind of true for silver, but I would actually rate silver very highly because you get a lot of rares in the game too. It's an amazing item. Replacing your rare salvage kit all the time is annoying. And you can say, oh yeah, Mystic salvage kit? No. Mystic salvage kit? No! Right? Okay, oh, wait, do you guys think so? You think it should be A tier? It's hard. It's tough, guys. It's very difficult. You can replace a silver with a Mystic salvage kit, and you don't use them as much. Ooh. Okay, fine. You got me, because they are a bit more situational. We have to distinguish it. We've got to distinguish it between the two. And for that reason, I will say that the Salvage-o-Matic is going to be an S tier. It's going to be A tier. Right. Okay. We were just talking about character slots and how you can get waypoints very easily with mounts. And that's why waypoint unlock here, actually D tier. Not good, right? Bleh. Not good at all. I don't think it's good. You shouldn't buy these. Like, you have mounts. Like, it takes like 2 seconds to unlock all the waypoints. It's not a big deal. Gathering tools. Gathering tools actually might go in A tier. I don't think it's quite as good as any of this stuff, but they are very good. Particularly, now, one note here as well, guys, with this. Like, gathering is not something that you'll typically be doing too much, and they do have a few things that are really annoying here, so let me explain why. One, these are expensive, okay? They're going to cost you around 2,700 gems to buy these, and when I'm saying gathering tools, I'm explicitly talking about the ones that have glyph in. So glyph of bounty. Do not buy the vanilla tools, guys. Do not buy the vanilla unbreakable tools. Why shouldn't you buy the vanilla unbreakable tools? Quite simple, because the true value of these things that you can actually get bonuses to your crafting. The most common one that you're going to see is glyph of volatility or glyph of bounty. These are extremely expensive to buy separately, and you'll need to buy 3, 1 for each tool, right? And there you go, 1.2k gold. If you wanted to just straight up buy the tools themselves, which typically, as we can see on the gem store right now, if we go to our utility items here and we find our infinite volatile magic tools, that's 2.7k gems, right? How much does 2.7k gems cost if we were going to buy that with gold? Well, let's find out. It's going to cost us 700 gold. So in other words, buying the unbreakable tools will cost us gems, and then we're still net. We have to spend another 1.2k to get the glyphs that you get just for buying the unbound tools on their own. Do not do that. Always buy ones that have glyphs inbuilt. Like, don't worry. Look, the skins, guys, they're a bait. No one cares about gathering tool skins, right? If you do, you're lying. I don't believe you. Okay, it's not true. It's all fake news. They have slightly different animations, and yeah, like some of things make you go faster, but we're all about that value, guys. Gathering speed, low energy. Gathering value, high energy. That's what it's all about, guys. So make sure you get volatile magic. These are my favorite. They just give you a lot of passive value. They will pay off eventually. They will pay off very, very slowly, but you will get there eventually. I'd say you probably have to be playing pretty actively for like a year for these to pay off, but we're all a bunch of no-lifers, and the quality of life, like whenever you're thinking about gem store purchases, you're always thinking about quality of life, right? Like how much is this going to make me enjoy the game more? How much less annoying is this going to make the game? And in my opinion, particularly if you're into World vs. World, by the way, really fun fact that you might think this is like a really PvE centric item. I actually think gathering tools are a very World vs. World centric item, actually, simply because of the fact that whenever you capture an objective like a camp or a tower or a keep, you actually get the synths right next to just finishing that objective, which means that you're able to get some extra materials for doing that, and that will of course proc those tools. So it's like very much in your gameplay path when you're playing World versus World. So I think it's the very, very high value, right, for buying these things over time, and much more quality of life. Now, let me actually roast these things here. They are not account wide, so you can move them from your characters, but come on, guys. That's annoying as hell, right? And there are ways you can do this. For example, S tier account wide item slots. This might even be This could be close to the best item in the gem store, actually. Shared inventory. They are quite pricey when you buy a lot of them, but they enable you to use these things way better. For example, Copperfed Salvage-o-Matic, actually kind of annoying because you're going to have to move it between all your characters or buy more than one of them. Oh, wait, get a shared inventory slot, and then boom, you can have it on all your characters, right? Same thing with the Silvered, same thing with your gathering tools, right? You can basically swap them in and out with another vanilla tool, so you can like double click them to swap them really quickly, and that will put them back in your shared inventory slot, so you can move them around different characters. But it is still a bit of a hassle, so that's why I do have to give a slightly reduced tier rating to the gathering tools, because without stuff like buying more than one copy of them, which is going to get pricey, and without also using shared inventory slots, they're significantly lower value. Whereas a lot of these other items in S tier can maintain value even if you don't have shared inventory slots, for example, or you only have a few of them, right? But yeah, shared inventory slots, these are one of the most insane items in the entire game. They basically give you, well, I'll show you what they do. They give you exactly this. You have this bar of inventory on every single one of your characters. I use this for all sorts of things. I have teleport to a friend. I have my Ecto Gamble because I like wasting my gold. I have my salvage kits. I have my permanent black line contracts, fractal potion, white mantle portal, cool little utility item. They're very good for like doing stuff in open world and teleporting around all over the place like that. I have consumables that I use for raids and fractals, so I never run out of those. World boss portal device, which we'll get to very, very shortly. All that kind of good stuff there. Vendors and all that sort of thing. Very handy item, even if you birthday boosters there as well. So I always has my birthday boost going, although you could very easily put that in the bank as well. I'm just very, very lazy in order to do that. But yeah, this item is one of the best things in the entire game. It just makes all your other gem store purchases like a million times better. So there you go. High value right there, my friends. High value indeed. But yeah, this is just a big force multiplier. And all of these items that exist are worse without this. So like, it's kind of like you need the more gem store things you have, the more you want the shared inventory. And the shared inventory just makes everything amazing. Very, very good there as well. Okay. Let's talk about Upgrade Extractor. Don't buy this. Very expensive. In fact, this is so expensive that a lot of the time it's actually cheaper just to buy another, like, multiple copies of the item. Can be nice if you have a few ones that are lying around spare, but in general, garbage item, don't buy it. Ever. It's very expensive and very, very useless. Portal devices. I'm actually going to give these B tier. I actually quite like them. That might be a hot take, right? Seriously, that actually might be a hot take. But they are quite nice. Same with the Home Instant Stone too. They're actually quite good. Like this is the Home Instant Stone is quite contingent on if you actually have a full home instance or you regularly use the home instance. This might go into kind of like buy it if you like it, actually. Okay, maybe I put them in. Okay, they're going in C tier. No, they're going in C tier. I've changed my mind, actually. They're going in C tier. They're actually quite nice. The really big thing about these boss portals. Ooh, no, change mine again. B tier. The really nice thing about these is that they actually function as an in-game event timer. So instead of having to go to an external website to see what world boss is going on, it will actually just tell you, right? So now you actually know which world boss is going to be coming up, and it will just teleport you there immediately. One, this will actually save you on waypoint costs, which will add up, by the way. If you do regular meta trains, you will save on waypoint costs. Like on a full meta train, you could easily spend half a gold, like a day, on waypoint cost alone. Right? And this will actually save you that. So let's say you do, like a meta train every week, like every day, 7 days a week, right? You could honestly be saving like 3 gold, 4 gold on just waypoint costs alone. If you're doing like a lot of open world content, a lot of world boss content, because when you're teleporting all over the map, it will get pretty pricey, right? So honestly, not a bad item. And it's just like a nice little convenience, right? Just functions in the game and tells you what's going on and teleports you there. Not bad, actually. Not a bad purchase there. If you want to grab one of those there as well. Not too bad. And then let us now continue on to the other items. Now, we're going to talk about bag slots. Oh, bag slots. Bag slots. Goodness gracious me. This is a very, very interesting one. I'm going to have to give it B tier. Oh, B tier. Because you have to buy them on every character, guys. Like, these are going to add up and milk you. Your udders are going to be dry after ANET is done with you. when it comes to bag slots, because it's 400 gems a pop and they're not account bound. So every character you make is going to want bag slots. It's really nice to have these and makes your inventory management a whole lot easier. Allows you to carry around a lot more items. Gives me a little look. Look at my inventory, guys. It's not looking good, okay? So the reason they're a little bit lower tier is because it does allow you, it does kind of, if you manage your inventory, they're not as good, right? So if you do inventory management, it's not quite as potent. And you can also buy 32 slot bags, which kind of helps out a little bit there as well. But I'm going to give it B tier because it's quite valuable. Bank slots. Bank slots, you know, I actually think bank slots bank slots are actually surprisingly not that good. I think they are not as high value as I might think. Because if I think about my bank here, how many of these items do I actually regularly transfer and use? The answer to that is actually minuscule. I have all of this stuff here, but I could very easily just make an alt account and store all of this junk on my alts instead. And when I say alts, I mean additional characters here as well. And like, because they come with bag slots. So buying alt is a bit cheaper. It's a bit less convenient. But, it's very close. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in B tier as well. I'm going to put it in B tier. Wait, which one of these, by the way? I think this is the bank slot, right? I think that's bank slot. And then this is material storage there as well. Yeah, bank slot, B tier as well. Not actually as good as it sounds because you can get it more efficiently by using character slots. And in general, I don't think you squeeze too much juice out of this. Getting a few is really nice. Like having like 3 extra tabs can be really good, I think. But I wouldn't put them in the same category of amazingness as like everything in A and S. Like you want to have a little bit of a scaling here. You want to have like that scaling action, guys. You know what I mean? You got to have that going. So let's see what else we got here. Ooh, you know what it's time for, guys? Oh yes. Build templates. Wait, no, we'll do the banks. We'll do the material storage first. Material storage. This is actually going to be a hot take. Oh, I did. Okay. Are you guys ready? I'm going to bring the hammer down. Material storage, actually C tier. Okay. No, it's not S tier. You guys are all wrong. You're all big dum-dums. No, wrong. Wrong. And let me explain why. Let me explain why. Because material storage, all it does is like delays you having to sell your materials. Okay? You should be just selling everything like as you go anyway, right? It doesn't do anything. It literally does nothing, right? Like it means, I guess it like increases the gap, right? You know, between having to sell items, which is kind of okay, I guess. But honestly, I don't think it's that good. I think it's very, very, very overrated, actually. Like having like 1 or 2 is pretty good, but they're actually a very, very underrated item, overrated item. Like you could just as easily get value out of this from just like having like bank space or having character slots or just selling or using materials. Hoarding them up is not actually that good, right? It's not as good as it sounds. You can just put it in the bank and store stuff there and just do whatever, right? It's, no, actually, I am changing my mind here. I'm going to put it in B tier as well because it is quite good because it does let you actually get like a lot of storage if you have like loads of materials. I was too harsh there. It definitely has big diminishing returns. Like 1 or 2 of these is really good, but I don't think like going all the way to 2K is that good. B tier, C tier, B tier, C tier, B tier. I thought this is definitely my hot take, right? It's a hot take, but I feel bad putting it in B tier. It gives you a bit of quality of life, but it's not quite. I don't think it's that good. I'm not convinced by this item. Maybe I put it in buy. I can do you guys a deal, right? I can do you guys a compromise. I'll put it in buy it if you like it. Because it does give you quality of life because you can do bigger gaps between selling items. And I have it maxed out because I mean, I'm very lazy, right? I would value bank. I would value the bank and bag slots above this. But I honestly, the chat, you guys have debated me. Like the chat is debating me and I'm losing the debate. I feel like I'm actually losing this debate. I think it is actually quite nice quality of life. Oof. I'm going to put it in buy it if you like it. I think your mileage may vary on this. If you like the convenience of this, I think it's worth it. But I wouldn't value it as high as Bag and Banks. Literally, I wouldn't give it that. And it has very hard diminishing returns. I think like one of these is really good, like 1 or 2 is really good. After that, you're starting to lose a bit of value, right? Okay, I'm gonna put it in buy if you like it. It's close, right? It's actually really close there, very close indeed. All right. You know what? This might be an actual surprise. Teleport to a friend. I'm actually going to put it in C tier because this item is actually quite good. Instantly teleport to where the commander is in a meta train if you're a little bit behind, or like if you don't have a waypoint unlocked. Actually pretty good. Actually pretty damn good item. I think this is a legitimately passable item that will generate value. Yeah, the cooldown is a bit annoying because it only resets. It is a bit of a long cooldown. I think it's 15-minute cooldown, right? Which is not good, but it is better than you might think, right? This is a surprisingly good item, actually. I don't think I can put it on the same level because it's a bit annoying, right? Like the cooldown is annoying. Oh, it's a 1-hour cooldown. Oh, yeah, no, it's C tier, definitely C tier. I thought it was 15 minutes, but I'm just wrong. It's C tier then in that case. Boom. We're done. Additional crafting license. I'm gonna give this B tier. Yeah, that's right. No, it's not D tier, guys. No. It's B tier. Yes, you can level your crafting on your other characters. You can do that. You can. But here's the thing. Okay? Here's the thing. I'm very lazy. Very lazy. Okay? I'm not logging in to a different character, okay, to do this. I want 4 crafting things. That means I just don't have to swap, don't have to mess around, don't fuck around, okay? I just craft everything on that thing, though. Additional crafting license. Honestly, dude, right? I want to see more of these. They should upgrade this so I can have all of my crafting unlocked on one guy, right? Seriously. That's what I like. Okay, boom. I wish they sold more of these. They should sell more because crafting annoys me. It's one of the things that actually triggers me in games. And making the crafting process less annoying by not having to mess around swapping all the time. So a different character, swapping, crafting by talking to an NPC. It makes me big mad. Okay, it makes me big mad. Fine. I'm demoting it to buy it if you like it. Same as the material storage. Because look, I like it because I don't like crafting, and anything that makes crafting less annoying will always be high tier. Fine. You guys win. I've demoted it. Demoted. Okay, done. Let's see. What else have we got? We're actually really getting through it now. I'm going to kind of move all the bundles here because I want to talk about the bundles all as a whole thing here. Actually, I want to kind of discuss bundles in general. Okay, here's the big stuff. Oh, here we go. Build templates. Here's where the pain comes in. Oh, this is so hard to evaluate. Very hard to evaluate because these are actually incredibly useful. Very useful, actually. The problem is they are very expensive to buy because you have to buy them per character. You can't buy a lot of them, and it's double monetized, right? They're split into changing your build, your traits, and changing your gear. Now, your gear is very handy because it basically gives you additional inventory. It basically allows you to have this armory space concept, which means that you have more inventory slots. You can store all your gear in this kind of ethereal armory. And, oh... man, it's difficult. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Because I do actually think they're quite good. But the problem is they are expensive and very anti-consumer as well. And the system itself is not designed well. So I think, one, I'm going to actually put this. This is like the shared account wide slot. This is D tier. Shouldn't even exist, right? The fact that this exists is like an insult to the player base. I'm not gonna lie. Shouldn't even exist. Not good. Very annoying to use. Don't do this. The rest of this stuff, I think it actually goes in B tier, and it goes in B tier because there aren't enough of these to actually get crazy value. You get them baseline as well. You get them just built in, right, to a character slot. So in general, I think I would still flat out recommend buying more character slots and having characters for different game modes. That's probably the way to go here, because like I mentioned at the start, character slots have some of these built in, right? And that's probably the correct approach, I think, with buying these things, right? That is, I think we're looking good in that regard. We're looking, maybe equipment actually gets a slight upgrade because of the inventory shared thing there as well. Maybe, right? Because they are quite good. But I don't think I can give it much higher than this, right? I can't do any more, right, above this. Like, this is probably as far as I can go. I wouldn't put these on the same level. Ooh, would I, though? Oh, maybe they have to go A tier. Oh, it's such a good functionality, though. Oh, no. No, I can't, guys. I'm being drawn in. No, the gem store has me. Oh, I'm gonna wail. Oh, I'm gonna wail. No, I'm wailing. A tier. I'm wailing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm fucking Moby Dick, dude. Oh. No. God damn it. Oh. I've been whaled. I've been harpooned. This is not good. Maybe I'll swap. Okay, equipment maybe goes to A and trait. Trait stays at B. Yeah, okay. Equipment goes A and trait goes to B. Oh, no. Get me some whales in the chat, guys. Please get me some whales. Yeah, no, the equipment template is such a powerful utility. I have to promote it. It makes your inventory management easier. It means you can change your gear easier. Changing your gear is annoying. Changing your traits, honestly, not that bad, right? That's fine, right? Not the end of the world. Changing traits, it's okay. Changing gear, super annoying. This makes it way less annoying. Boom, there it is. Okay, now we're going to talk about a few other things here as well. And it's going to be about blackline contracts, guys. Blackline contracts. Here we go. Why are these on this list? Because you buy these on the trading post for gold, right? Well, you only get them from blackline keys. So I actually consider these to be essentially gem store items. So when I'm talking about these items, guys, just convert their cost into gems, and we can talk about them in that regard there as well. So perma merchant contract, honestly, not the best thing ever. I'm going to go for C tier for this. It's quite a nice thing, convenient. You can sell stuff, but it gets very outclassed because you can buy the ecto gamble thing, right? And that means that the window doesn't close. So here's the disadvantage of this item. This item's quite nice. You can just sell all your junk, right? Like sell all the crap that you have to the vendor. Quite nice, not too bad. Love to see it, right? Love to see it, guys. Kind of convenient. The problem is that if you move away from the vendor, the window despawns, and also you can't summon your other ones like at the same time. So this has massively reduced value. So that's a bit annoying, and it gets outclassed by the ecto gamble. You do 100 ecto gambles, and you have a vendor that you can sell trash to like this, and the window never despawns, and you can have other windows up at the same time. You can have your other NPCs too. So it's C tier, kind of a nice little utility, but not great. You can buy gathering tools. So if you don't have permanent gathering tools, you can buy them from the vendor too. If you don't have salvage kit, you can buy it from the vendor too. Not too bad. Not too bad there. It's all right. Okay. If you have that. Now, repair kit. I'm actually going to put does the repair kit get C tier or buy it if you like it? I think I'm actually going to give it buy it if you like it tier, because I find it really useful, because it's just, you never ever have to worry about your gear breaking ever again. It's pretty expensive for what it is. Obviously, repairing doesn't cost you any gold. Repairing is pretty easy to do, okay, in the game right now. And yeah, this is going to cost you a fair bit of gold, like 500 gold to get this. But I do consider it something that's really, really nice. But again, buy it if you like it. Yeah, just don't die. Just don't feed. Just don't die, forehead. And yeah, you have the layer rift, but listen, you're going to forget, guys. You're going to forget. It's a good item, right? Like, it's good. I would go for it. I bought it a long time ago. It was high value. Okay. Ooh, there's some interesting ones here, actually. Now, I'm actually going to put the perma TP It is actually a god tier item, but it's very expensive, so I actually think I have to downgrade it a bit. This is going to cost you 1.6k gold, which is a big grind. It is a game changer, though. When you get it, it is a game changer, dude, okay? It really is. Oh, I'm so tempted to put it in S tier because of how damn good it is. It's such a good item. But I think because of how expensive it is, I have to put it in A tier. I think you'd want to kind of get a really good roster of these first and then start looking at these perma contracts. And this is an ultra late game item. Like, it's such a late game. So okay, video note, insanely good item, but very end game. Right, very, very extreme endgame here as well. So I think I do have to bring it down like a teeny tiny bit. I'll put it right at the top of A tier, though. It's right at the top of A tier, but its high price does bring it down. And in that same vein, actually, Permabank, I think Permabank doesn't even get to go in any of the other. I think it has to go and buy it if you like it, because this is a 5,000 gold purchase. Yes, it's very nice to be able to do this anytime I want and open my bank, transfer items, even, you know, get crafting materials and sell crafting materials. It is a very, very good quality item. But guys, listen, no, this is not good. Dude, look at all these actual Guild Wars 2 aristocrats, dude, okay? Look, it's 5,000 gold. Like, think about little Timmy. Oh, please, sir, I'm earning 10 gold an hour. Grind 500 hours. Grind 500 hours for the perma bank, little Timmy. Right, guys, come on, little Timmy. You can't do that, right? You know, little Timmy can't handle that. I'm gonna say buy if you like it. Like, I wouldn't be like going after that immediately. It's such an expensive item. It's crazy, right? That it's not big. Same thing actually as perma hairstyle. I don't even have this. I would never use it because I don't do fashion wars. But I know, seriously, I know some PvP players unironically dress their character up. Some raiders do this too. I've seen this on raid tournaments. Some raiders will actually change their hairstyle after every single raid wing, right? Who the hell does that? These guys do, apparently. So yeah, there you go. That's something. It's in the mix now. Upgrade Extractor. Technically, this is actually a really good item. You can actually generate a lot of income. This item actually can pay off surprisingly quickly, by the way, if you actually use it. But again, I think it's an ultra expensive item. So I'm going to actually put it... Okay, let's see. Yeah, here we go. I'm actually going to put it in buy if you like it. You're going to have to actively use it to get value out of it. Like, if you're just playing passively, probably not that good. There are certain things you can do with trading post stuff and, you know, getting loads of these items and extracting the sigils where you can get value out of this. But in general, not that good. You can get all of your infusions out of your gear much easier with infusion extractors directly from fractals. So this is a very, very niche, specialized item. I don't consider it to be super, like, it is underrated though. Like, yeah, big note here. Big note. This is a very underrated item. And if you actually use it, it's really good. But it is a niche item, so it's going in there. Okay. Deluxe editions. I think these all go in buy if you like. I know it sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but I can't say they're bad. They're not bad. You know, they've got some cool stuff. They've got you've got like the VIP pass in there, I think, bundled into this, right, guys? I think you get like with the Path of Fire one, you get the VIP one. Yeah. These don't do anything, right? Like, yeah, like the Path of Fire one is okay because you get the River of the Elon, because you get the pass built into, you get like a VIP pass built into that, and you like the skins, you like the cool stuff, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. So this kind of goes into like this tier here as well. Like, you get a VIP area, you get some cool skins, right? All that kind of stuff. But I think that the other Digilux, they don't really do anything. They're not really like a good investment there. So yeah, we'll be a little bit harsher there. A little bit harsher. But yeah, buy it if you like it, or like, you know, it's buy it if you like it, or kind of like B tier, A tier, kind of in that region. It's a difficult one to grade. I think this one's very subjective. Like, this one, again, is very much like in the eye of the beholder, I think, in that regard, for sure. When you can buy this, like, exactly right. That's why it's like, if you like the skins, you get like a little bit of bonus value. If you like the skins, you want to support the game a bit, grinding out gold in the game, I'll give you that one. I'll allow it. Okay, now We've got a few other things. I believe these are actually the home instance contracts and stuff like this. Weirdly enough, the garden plots are actually good. Which one's the garden plot? Like, does anyone know which one's the garden plot here? Because I think this is like the Blackline shipment contracts. These are a bait. It will take 1,000,000 years to pay off, and it's inconvenient to harvest it every day. It's annoying as hell. I think this is the garden plot, right? Now, weird thing here. The garden plots are actually where you get like a bit of you get a little bit of juicy gold, right? You get some this one is garden plot, actually pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Wait, where's the mount? Which one's the mount skin one? Wait, the paper is the garden plot. Wait, they're both paper. You guys are baiting me here, right? What's this red one? What's the red one here, guys? Because I need to know what this one is. I need to know what these three are. I'm getting trolled now because I don't know what these are. I have no idea. Okay, but yeah, like the Gauntlet was the green one. Yeah, I'm actually going to give that a pretty high rating. Again, because I don't use these, full disclosure. I don't do anything in my homens. I just view it as a chore, right? I really don't like stuff like that whatsoever. I would never ever pay for something like this because it's just not good value. You have to do it every day. If you forget, you're losing value. It's going to take ages to pay off, right? Blackline industry contract. Okay, yeah, okay. That's the, yeah. These, you shouldn't buy this. It will take 1,000,000 years to pay off. Don't get those. Leech it from someone else if you want to use it. Garden contract. If you use your home instance, you should use this because this is actually very high value. But look, let me hit you with this, guys. Let me hit you the source, my friends. Okay, if we go to fast farming here, are you guys ready to see, where is it? Where is the home instance stuff, actually? I don't know where it is. I'm just scrolling around randomly here. The home instance, here we go. Look at the pain, guys. Look at the pain and suffering on this. Okay, payoff. Jesus Christ. Look at the payoff, guys. Like, these ones, they take a very long time. 6,800 days, right? Like, listen, guys, okay? I know that Guild Wars 2 is an MMO. We're going to be playing this for a long time. But look, we're all going to be dead before these actually provide any kind of like reasonable value in any way, right? Yes, you can also leech from other people there as well. But, no, it's not good. Full home instance is going to like net you a good amount of gold, actually. Particularly the garden plots are quite nice, right? They give you like a 2 gold profit there from doing that there as well. But honestly, this is annoying. It's not fun. Gathering is not enjoyable. If you really like gathering, it can be good value. You can get like 10 gold value out of that every single day. But again, you're going to then have to convert that value, extract that value from dealing with all of the currencies and stuff like that, which again, I don't relate to be value. Bear in mind, they also include this in this profit here is like 3.7 gold. This is with the charged quartz crystal. This is essentially implying that you're actually going to craft this item and then sell it. It's not as good as it might first appear. Trust me, okay? Don't get baited. Go and play the game. Don't press off gathering some vegetables. Go and actually play some Guild Wars 2, okay? Only buy this if you want to role play as a farmer or something like that. Boom. That's how it is. Boom! Okay. Yeah, the good thing about the garden is that you can actually get primers, right? Like, you can get these primers from doing this, which is a really nice quality of life, right? You can farm primers from that, and that just does generate you a nice bit of quality of life. But again, I don't feel like it's good enough to actually go into a proper tier here, outside of buy it if you like it. But there it is. There it is. Okay, final one here. Is this like the mount license, guys, or what? Is this a mount license select? This is, again, buy it if you like it. If you like mount skins, then you should do it, right? Otherwise, you shouldn't do it. Okay, if you like skins, buy the skins. If you don't like the skins, then you shouldn't buy the skins. There you go, right? If they're pretty, you like that hummingbird mount, guys. The hummingbird, yeah, you can buy the hummingbird mount. It's pretty cool. All right, I actually don't really want to necessarily individually rate these specifically. I kind of want to just talk about the concept of what these are. So the things that we have left over here are these bundles, right? This idea of these bundle thingies, right? And this is where you've got to be a little bit careful. So if you actually go ahead and look, if you actually look at these bundles, often they are kind of okay as long as you actually want all of the items. So here's a pretty good example of this, right? Let's go ahead and like find one of these little bundle things, right? So here's the account bump. It gives you 5 blackline keys, 10 XP boosters, 15 transmutation charges, and 20 unidentified dice. I go, whoa, it's valued at 2.2k gems. Whoa, that's insane. But wait, what's actually in this? Well, 5 keys. This is gambling. This is not good, right? 10 XP boosters, again, completely obsolete because of the candy corn gobbler. Unidentified dies? Are you like trolling me, ArenaNet? Right? Unidentified dies, 3 silver each. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. Wow. Right? No. Okay, some of these bundles are trash, right? And yeah, the value here is like the transmutation charges, like cost a few gems along with the keys. But again, these are much easier to get in the game. You should not be buying this, right? And some of the bundles are pretty good. Now let's talk about another one. We have the End of Dragons preparation package. And this one's actually pretty good. So character slot, 800 gems. Bag slot, another 800 gems for 2 of them. And now you actually have 2 build and equipment templates. That's actually 1.6k gems. So we actually get 3.2k gems of kind of good stuff. And then for free, we get 10 blackline keys and a blackline level 80 ticket. So that's good, right? That's actually a pretty damn good deal. Okay? So you've got to think about this, right? You've got to think about that. You want to really look at what you're getting in these things. So all of these, I can't really, I'm not going to individually rate them. I'm going to say use your brain. Hang on. Wait. Oh, no, hang on. I just messed that up. Right. Add new tier, add a row above. And this is going to go into the use brain tier. And that color can be pink because brains are pink. There you go. So when you're looking at bundles, use the rest of this tier list, okay, to evaluate whether these things are good. Like, be very suspicious if they're giving you things that are priced highly on the gem store but aren't actually good, right? And it might make the deal not actually as good as it seems. For example, this sounds like a crazy deal, right? Because if we look at this, it's like, whoa, look how much value you get. This is 2,000 gems. That's 800 gems. This is 800 gems or so. That's another 1.6k. And then blackline keys, whoa, 900 gems. That's like 5k, 6k gems of value. But when you actually break it down, you're just getting like 10 free blackline keys, which, hey, don't get me wrong, I love me some gambling, guys. I got like a little bit of gambling going on there as well. So in general, just be a little bit careful when you're looking at these bundles, right? Like, some of them can actually be legitimately good. Others of them can be a little bit not super great. But there you go. I'm actually pretty damn happy with that tier list. I don't see anything that's super out of whack. I think my hot takes are definitely on the material storage and the crafting. I think everything else is pretty cold takes overall, actually. I don't think I'm super hot on anything. I would definitely say that the S tier is very correct, I think. Definitely the S tier is very big. Because why are these so good? Because they basically increase your reward gain. They basically massively increase your efficiency and access to content, right? It should go without saying, by the way, that S tier includes buying the expansions, right? Like, S tier is buying the expansions, right? Because having access to stuff like elite specializations and having access to the actual maps themselves, which are very common for farming and gold per hour generation, is always going to be extremely high value. But yeah, there you go. That is the gem store. Yeah, I guess, yeah, expansions are like S plus tier, right? They're like, you know, even better than any of the stuff, right? Obviously, right? Like, they're S plus, yeah. You should always get the expansions, but that's a bit of a note there. Yeah, there you go. Tier list complete. There we go. There it is, okay? I've laid it down. It's done. Shout out to Alcar for making this tier list. There it is. Okay, you can argue with me in the comment section, I guess. But I'm very happy. I mean, I don't think I'm obviously entirely correct about everything, right? Because, you know, it is a bit subjective. You know, some people are going to value things other than other things. But I'm going to base this entire list, guys, is essentially, it's a balance between quality of life generation, reward access, and value, which is why, I mean, look, it's the only reason why this stuff isn't S tier, guys, because permabank, perma-TP is straight up Omega tier, but I cannot recommend it because of how expensive they are, right? You know, they are prohibitively expensive, right? 1.6k gold is a lot of gems, guys. Let's suppose that we wanted to buy our perma TP with real money. You'd actually have to spend a fair bit, right? You'd have to buy 999 over twice. So you'd actually have to spend around 8K gems, which is a lot of money. That would be 85 pounds here in the UK or $100 US to actually purchase this permanent trading post, which, don't get me wrong, it's an amazing piece of utility, but it is very expensive in my opinion. And therefore not something that I think a lot of players are going to be looking at very early on. I think that's something that you kind of grind for. You grind for over time. You build it up with fractals. You build it up with PvP, with raids and stuff like that. You don't swipe for this. These things are all things that you might go ahead and swipe for. Right? It's a bit of a swiping situation is what you might do for this type of tier list, right? Rather than like, these are how good these items actually are. But I think we went over this, right? I kind of went over this when I was talking through it, so I think that's all right. But yeah. Wow. That took a while, actually, huh? That was a juicy one, man. There it is. Behold the tier list in all its glory. Look at that. Undisputable, guys. It is undisputable tier list. I am the tier list god. Beautiful.